system for Illinois' ballooning diversity programs being criticized by a business leader, and that story continues to develop. It is Illinois in Focus, powered by the Center Square. Go to thecentersquare.com and get the headlines in your inbox by signing up for the newsletter. It is free. And joining us now is part of the investigative team at the Center Square, Jared Strong. And Jared, we've talked in the past about some of the stories you guys are working on with your investigative team, but clearly you've delved into something else other than just states employee salaries and a variety of other issues concerning increased state spending, but you drilled down even more to focus on the state's diversity efforts. People may recall the story about the Diversity Commission's ballooning budget, but they don't really have the results to show it. You went even further and looked at some of the details of their spending, and people can find those stories as part of the Fiscal Fallout series and beyond. But tell us about the latest that you've been able to find about, how much is being spent on a program that apparently isn't really cutting it.
Yeah, Greg. Hey, thanks for having me this morning. We've been following the Commission on Equity and Inclusion for a while now, as you said, as part of our investigations into government spending. And just a little bit of background, you might recall the Commission was created in 2022 to address concerns about the relatively low amount of state contracts that are awarded to businesses owned by racial minorities, women, and people with disabilities. Now, lawmakers saw fit to pay 7 governor-appointed commissioners who oversee the new agency about $150,000 apiece, and they're not required to treat that as a full-time job like other paid appointments in state government. So as we dug into their work, we found that for more than a year, a significant computer problem has existed that's eroding a lot of the progress that the state had made toward its goal. It seeks to award at least 30% of the billions of dollars of government contract money each year to those businesses. And a major component of that work is to certify businesses that fall into those categories. It gives them extra assistance in the bidding process and encourages state employees to hire them. Well, this new computer system that the Commission bought that was supposed to streamline these efforts and for an eventual price tag of close to $750,000, it doesn't properly communicate with other government agencies that certify these businesses that in the past the Commission has relied upon to help build up this certified businesses list. So this has led to a significant drop in those active certified businesses. A recent report showed that it's dropped to 2,900, whereas that's almost by half. The high that it reached a couple of years ago was about 5,400. So it's a significant problem.
Jared, obviously, when we talk about government inefficiencies, Illinois has long had problems with systems not talking to each other across agencies, and that leads to a whole host of things like inefficiencies, more taxpayer costs, things not getting done on time. You recently talked to a business leader up in the Chicagoland area who had some pretty interesting things to say about this entire program and this inability to actually communicate across programs and agencies.
Yeah, Larry Ivory, the president of the Illinois State Black Chamber of Commerce, says that this problem is so egregious and has been going on for so long that he suspects someone deliberately chose an incompatible system. Now, mind you, the commission, the commissioners, and they have a staff of 30 people. The whole apparatus is flush with people, with women, with racial minorities, with people with disabilities. So it's not the kind of group that you would expect that would make a decision to deliberately sabotage this process. But Mr. Ivory is, and I pressed him on it, is telling me that, again, the problem is so significant and it can have such terrible effects, and it's been going on for so long that he cannot understand how this couldn't have been deliberately done.
So when we further look at what's going on here, how much in tax dollars are we talking? I think in one of your initial stories, it was over $500,000, $500,000,000, right? That's going out in these types of contracts.
Well, in their most recent report, the total bid award amount to these businesses was $1.3 billion for 1 year. Now they want it to be, oh gosh, I believe 5 times that. No, excuse me, even greater than that. So we're, maybe close to $10 billion would be their goal based on annually, based on the government spending. And we don't know what the total effect of this has been so far, the palpable effect, how much businesses have lost out on these contract dollars. We will have a better picture of that early next year when the commission releases its annual report. Not sure exactly when that's going to come. Usually it's February or March. But as Mr. Ivory pointed out, businesses that aren't certified, it puts them at a disadvantage over businesses that are. I mean, it really does help people get government contracts to the point where businesses try to get certified when they don't meet the requirements. And some have been fined in the past for misleading the state on its diversity efforts as far as their contracts go. So people want this. It's an important thing for them. And at this point, we really don't know what the overall effect will be, but we'll know that here in the coming months.
Jared, where do we go forward with this story? Just continuing to see progress and maybe these systems being able to communicate, or should there be some audits? Or, obviously we're a private nonprofit. We're not in the government, so getting these documents sometimes can be kind of tedious in pouring through all of this. What are the next phases of this story?
Well, we're going to keep pressing them on it. And despite my best efforts, again, we've been reporting on this stuff for weeks. Leaders at the commission just flat out will not respond to my request to comment for it, to just talk through the issue and let us know more about, what's going on behind sort of just the surface explanations that we have. So we've been doing lots of records requests, and they have been responding to those as they're required to by law. But essentially at this point, there's no clear solution. Again, the commission's been working for more than a year to solve this issue. We dug back through meeting minutes and saw that there were, that the issue was bubbling shortly after they went live with the system in July of 2024. But in a recent public meeting, they basically said, "Look, we don't know. We don't know what the right way forward is. So we don't know if there's going to be a technological fix for this, or if the commission might need to vendor altogether," which is Viva USA. They're a certified business, whereas the previous provider was not. So we'll keep digging, but I can't say what the likely outcome of this is going to be.
Have you seen anything else like this across the country where you may have looked at maybe some DEI type of policies and procedures in different states?
No, not yet. And I mean, this very well could be some, especially as far as diversity efforts go, just an isolated incident. I mean, it's a computer snafu, and we've all experienced that. But even if we sometimes gripe about the IT folks being a little bit slow about fixing our mouse or keyboard, at least it gets done earlier than we're close to a year and 4 months on this. So it's been a long process, and so far, and I just don't know when it's going to resolve.
I'm looking forward to more of your guys' work with the investigative team, not just in Illinois, but across the country. You can also see some of their work about congressional perks and a variety of other stories, so plenty to tackle at the Center Square beyond just Illinois. Jared Strong, thank you so much for taking time with us today. We'll definitely stay posted on your guys' work and talk with you some more in the future, all right?
Thanks, Greg. Have a good week.
You too. It is Illinois in Focus Daily, each and every weekday morning here. You can catch the headlines in your inbox and join us for more Illinois in Focus Daily.